Hello. So my boyfriend gave me the idea to upload a video and maybe document a little bit. I just had a hysterectomy, and I figured, you know what? Let me go ahead and just put some stuff out there. I'm very big on Googling and watching videos and seeing other people's experience about absolutely anything. I could Google all day. I probably do. So I figured this would be a good something good that I could share for other women going through this. Just a little bit of a background. 40 years old, had 5 children. I had to have a hysterectomy because of adenomyosis, if anybody knows what that is. Just a lot of bleeding, painful cramps, just a lot of problems. And the hysterectomy was definitely my best option. So I had that done. It's been 11 days. There was no way I was going to post anything or record anything. After those first few days, I had to spend a night in the hospital because that's standard procedure. And I did pretty good. We had a few complications. I was expected 4 incisions, got 5. They had to work around some scar tissue because I had a few surgeries before. And so there wasn't nothing major. Pretty much what it was to be expected. Robotic, laparoscopic, but you know, they put the breathing tube down, and then when you come home, you can't cough. You really can't. You can barely laugh. I'm just starting to be able to laugh again without everything hurting. But with the breathing tube down, it irritated, and then trying to cough, you can't really. You're just kind of like scratching your throat, and my voice was terrible. Everything is pretty much back to normal as far as that is concerned. But those first few days was rough. Trying to get up. I'm still slow moving, but a lot better. So I was at home, and I've been home, like I said, 11 days since the surgery, and I did have a lot of help with my boyfriend and my kids. They did help me a lot. Standing now, I probably do a good 15 minutes before having really starts to set in. But moving slow, have to take it slow. I'm one that I need to jump. I need to go. That's not happening. That's not happening right now. It is very slow. My kids are not used to it. My boyfriend keeps making fun of me saying I can't sneak up on him. I'll never be able to sneak up on him right now. But coming out, there's a little minimal bleeding, but the incisions are really sore. I think that's the biggest thing, you know. Kind of like after having a baby, you don't want anybody to touch your stomach area. I had a little bit, like my bowel was kind of attached to my abdomen, so a little extra sore right around the belly button area, but nothing that, you know, a little bit of Motrin it helps. Getting up off the couch, having to move very slow, pushing a lot with my arms. My restrictions right now, I can't lift anything over 5 pounds, which is, for me, it's like no laundry. I can't do the laundry. I can monitor now. I'm to the point, yesterday was probably the first day that I went down in the basement, because it is in the basement, and I went down there to put some stuff in, and I can take it little by little and put it in the dryer, but I can't take the baskets down. I can't bring them up, so luckily my 9-year-old is the biggest help with that. Everybody else does help, but the 9-year-old is the one that's really taken over and helping, doing the dishes, not really standing there for long. There's a couple, I can do them, but I think the biggest thing was really just the coughing. It's like you really just kind of want to feel like you kind of just got to give like a really big belt, and you can't. You can't. So just kind of staying still, and of course I'm sitting there for days. You know, your back starts hurting, your lower back, your rear end hurts. So with the heating pad, it does help a lot to sit with the heating pad. You're constantly trying to adjust. I find for me that I really can't be on my side. that I had the 2 incisions on my side. It's just kind of awkward the way that I lay. It definitely still hurts right now. So in the bed I have wedges, and so at least it's able to sit up. So when I do go to get up, the first few nights, my boyfriend, he totally had to help me. Like, there was no way I was getting up. I mean, put my socks on and everything. So that was for sure. You have to have somebody to even just to lift you up, because there was no way that was happening. And with the bed being up, that definitely did help, because you're not at least laying flat, not going from a flat position to up. So if you definitely have to have the hysterectomy, I would suggest for sure either being on the couch. The hardest thing for me was the bathroom was on the 2nd floor. So I didn't want to, get up in the middle of the night and I'll be the only one stuck down here, and didn't want anybody to have to be down here with me. So I was on the couch for most of the time. I did want to go up and down the steps. I wanted to not have any complications with blood clots. It does help. They want you to start moving like almost immediately after, as long as you're okay, like, blood pressure's okay and all that. In the hospital, I was getting up and down to go to the bathroom, just with the nurses assisting me, and they want you to move around because of the blood clot issue. You don't have a blood clot issue. Kind of helps with gas and everything. They do have to balloon you up to be able to do the procedure. So they want you to get moving pretty soon, but slow. Everything is still pretty slow. You have to have a 2-week post-op appointment, which I couldn't get mine directly at 2 weeks, but it's shortly after that. And then we'll kind of start to take the restrictions off. So hoping everything still goes good. They kind of glue the incisions and have some band-aids on there. I think about after 5 days I took those off, and everything, the actual scars they're almost healed for the most part, but they're still a little sore, especially the one right in the middle, because I think it kind of like, sometimes I kind of hit it, and then that's just the one that even though you have help or you try to, you still kind of use your abs for everything, to sit up, to move your legs, absolutely everything. Even just, I took a car ride on Saturday, and even just to hold myself still in the car, a girlfriend of mine who had it done, she had suggested to kind of put a wrap around, but my belly is still a little sore to even like put anything tight. So I haven't done that yet, but I probably will do that within the next week, to just put like just a little tummy wrap, just to kind of hold everything in place, so that you're not, especially if you do have to go in the car, your hip bumps, things jiggle, everything. So that's something that you might want to look into getting, is a belly wrap, but don't put it on tight, and especially like when you can touch your belly. Keeping everything clean, just making yourself feel good, getting a shower. I didn't have any restrictions, and they didn't give me, after the IVs came out in the hospital, they did send me home right away the next day, and then I was able to get a shower. So everything was good. Haven't had any complications, which is nice. It's just the hardest part for me is sitting still. I sit there and I'll look and I'll be like, oh, I want to clean that, and you can't clean it. You pretty much have to go into it knowing that somebody's going to do almost everything for you. And luckily I do have a good support system with my family. But yeah, hopefully for you everything goes well. It was good, and I have a few friends that we can compare, but our experiences are so different. One was a breeze. Everything went good, and she recovered a lot faster than I'm recovering. And then another one, we seemed to kind of be at the same pace, but hers was a long time ago, so kind of pretty much remembers for the most part. But hopefully everything goes good, and then I'll check back in after my post-op appointment in about a week. I have it, which is a little bit past the 2-week mark. I can't wait to get back. Just to move a little bit quicker would be nice. And I know I still won't be lifting because of all the internal sutures or whatever they put in there, because the outside, like I said, is all glue for the incisions from the laparoscopic. I had the robotic laparoscopic done, which is a faster healing process than an actual open abdominal hysterectomy. I was very fortunate, and I only needed my uterus and cervix out. I already had my right ovary and my tubes out prior to. So this time it's still a good major surgery, but at least it was just the two. But you have the external incisions, and then you have the internal. The internal, the ones that you really have to be very mindful of. That's inside the vagina, and definitely cannot lift anything. As much as I think that, oh, maybe I could lift that laundry basket and, take it. No, I'm just taking it easy and make sure that I don't give myself any setbacks. So, starting to feel a lot better. I'm moving a lot more, but the biggest thing is the lifting, and I just can't stand for long. Gravity starts to hit, and just getting pains and kind of feeling like a lot of pressure. You got to really listen to your body and just take it easy. So hopefully everything goes well, and at my 2 weeks post-op, she'll take some of the restrictions off. So, all right, take care.